How do you become a day trader? Where do you learn at? How do you do it? How do I start? That's the number one question that I get. I'm gonna answer it in this video, so stay tuned. So if you wanna learn more about day trading, you wanna learn more about the stock market, go ahead and subscribe to this channel where we talk about the stock market, we talk about day trading every single day. If you're a long-time subscriber, thank you for your support. And let's get into it. So obviously the big question that I get a lot of times from people is, how do I become a day trader? Where do I learn how to day trade and how does it even work? It's really hard to sum it up all in one video, but I've got all the tools here on this channel. You can go through and watch some of the videos that I've posted in the past, breaking down some of the entries. I have a whole playlist called The Day Trader's Crash Course. If you want to check that out, it'll literally break down every step to becoming a day trader and the process. And then if you watch the other videos, you can combine all that. But I'm gonna give you guys really quickly, just kind of an overview, ways that I think people should start day trading, how to get into the stock market. Day trading is not like investing. So investing is you buy a stock today and you hold it for, a month, 2 months, 3 years, however long you want to hold it. So you buy a stock like Apple, a stock with value, a company with value, a company that's going higher. You expect the company's stock price to go higher. And the problem with day trading is we're not really looking at the value of the company. A lot of times we're trading stocks that have no value in the sense that these stocks are biotech companies with no real revenue, and there's a chance that these stocks could pretty much go from $10 to zero in a matter of days. So one of the things I tell people right away when you first start day trading, do not marry a trade. You're not investing. You're not buying the stock today to hold it for tomorrow. It's basically we're buying it now and we're selling it later, taking profit. We're riding the momentum. It's called momentum day trading for a reason. Once the momentum is gone, we're out of the trade. If it doesn't work out, we're cutting our losses. So right then and there, that's the big difference. There's day trading, there's investing. We are not investing. Day trading is not investing, if that makes sense. Sometimes a day trade can turn into a swing trade. Maybe you really love a company, maybe keeps going higher, maybe you wanna invest in it, but overall, go into every single trade with the idea that this company could be worth nothing tomorrow. So basically in and out. Take profit, take profit, take profit. One of the things that I did when I first started, I found companies that I was interested in, companies that I had a little bit of knowledge about. GoPro was one of those stocks. Last year, GoPro was really volatile, up, down, bouncing off the $8 area, going to $10. So there was a lot of wiggle room there, and I traded GoPro a lot, and I kind of played some of those big swings. I had a little bit of an idea about GoPro. I was into cameras, I was into action sports, so it was easy for me to follow GoPro. I kind of knew what was going on, what was coming out next for GoPro, camera-wise, drone-wise, whatever was going on with GoPro. I already kind of knew a little bit about it. So find stocks that you have interest in. Find stocks that you know a little bit about before you start trading them, before you start in the stock markets. Let's say you're really big into technology. Say you really love Apple stock. So you can kind of look at Apple, get an idea, figure out what stocks are trading with Apple, what other stocks kind of bounce around with Apple. Maybe there's an Apple supplier that's getting a new chip that's going into the new phone, and that's got really a big upside possibility. And you kind of learn those things, kind of read about it, figuring out what's going on there with Apple. Another thing to start out day trading, you just got to start following the market. Figure out what stocks are going on. Just kind of look at the market every day. I'm not saying you should go and buy your first 1,000 shares of a stock tomorrow morning when you first start day trading, but really kind of figure out the market. Kind of look at the overall market, look at the trends, see how stocks move up, down. Stocks go up, they pull back. Stocks go up, they pull back. Stocks go up, it's a wave. So stocks are constantly going up and down, and I give you an idea of what stocks do and how they move. So the longer you kind of look at it, the more you study, the more you look at the market, you kind of get into tune, all right? Yesterday, the market had a really amazing day. They had 3% move, and I see today there's more good news, so the stock market's going higher. So you kind of see those patterns when you first get into it. You learn about different websites. There's different websites out there you can look at and kind of get an idea and kind of start putting that information together. And the more and more you kind of look at the market, the more you focus on it, you'll get a better idea of what stocks are moving, what stocks are hot, and what stocks you might want to trade. So after you do that, you need to figure out which broker you're going to use, how much money you're going to start out with, how much money is realistic for you to start out with. Can you start out with over $25,000? If you don't have over $25,000, you're going to need to find another broker that'll let you day trade under $25,000. Depending on where you live in the world, it really depends. So that's kind of something you need to figure out. I have some other videos on the channel talking about brokers and all that fun stuff, so I won't get too in-depth in this video, but really you need to figure out your broker. And there's options out there. If you don't want to day trade, say you just want to start buying stocks, kind of watching the market, I suggest an app called Robinhood. You can buy one stock, no commission. You can buy a stock of Apple, one stock of Apple, and basically just kind of see how it's working, see how it goes. Maybe you want to buy one stock of Apple, think that you've seen a good pattern in Apple, and you see Apple pulling back, and you're like, okay, this looks pretty good. I'm going to buy one stock of Apple. I'm going to see how it goes and see if I kind of have an idea of what's going on in the market. Remember, the market is constantly changing. what happens today might not happen tomorrow. So if the market goes up today, it doesn't mean the market's going to go up tomorrow. It's constantly up, down, up, down. It really depends on what's going on in the world. Any kind of effect in the overall world will affect the US markets. So you really got to pay attention to what's going on in the world. So after a couple months of watching the market, figuring out how it all works, kind of watching videos, learning and studying, and there's a lot of information out there on YouTube. There's different courses you can take, but overall, I think the best thing to do is really just start looking at the market, get an idea of where and what's going on and how to capitalize on some of those moves. And starting out with a small account, starting out, with Robinhood and just buying a couple shares here and there and seeing how it works out and giving yourself a little bit of wiggle room. You don't want to just open up a $50,000 account today, start day trading tomorrow and blow up your account right away. It really just takes time. You need to learn about the overall execution, how to get into a trade, how to get out of a trade, and figure that out. And it just takes time. It really just takes time. People don't understand is day trading is not something that you just start doing it today and you make money tomorrow. It's something that takes a little bit of time. You take a year, 2 years to really get to the point where you're like, okay, I have an idea of what's going on. I kind of know where to find hot stocks. I kind of know where to find stocks to buy and kind of patterns to look for. I know how to take profit. I know how to use my broker. There's a lot of different variables to learn. And over time, you'll learn those, but you won't be able to master everything right at the beginning. So don't expect to profit right away. The big thing when you first start day trading is you want to just be able to be consistently kind of break even. If you can break even, that's amazing. Think about that. So if you can break even every single day for a month straight, that's really, really good. I mean, that's like really good. So if you can do that consistently, then you just up your size. Instead of only buying 100 shares, then you can buy 300, 400 shares, and that's profit on top of the consistency you had before. So if you're breaking even with 100 shares every single day for a month, now if you buy 300 shares, that's $200 or $300 a day that you're locking in profit there. So remember, it's not a sprint, it's more of a marathon. You really need to be able to survive the market. That's one of the big problems that people have is surviving and lasting and not blowing up your account right away. So focus on just surviving, focus on learning about the market, focus on execution, and over time, you'll figure it out. But you gotta make a goal, you gotta learn about the market, you gotta focus, you gotta see different stocks that are moving around and get an idea, and over time, you'll learn. But don't expect right out of the gate to be making tons of money and becoming a millionaire off of day trading right away. So take a little bit of time, learn about the market, see what's going on, see what trends are happening, increase your share size, increase your brokerage account, and figure it all out, and kind of just take it slow. Take it slow. I think that's kind of the best way to do it. Really just take it slow and learn about the stock market.